Sham gonna be first up over for the team 2 versus Duel. I don't think those two have gotten to duel each other at all tonight. Maybe in parts. The Sham already starting off with a big blood. Let's try to see if we can take down Duel. Forcing out a karma out of him. Just trying to see if he can fight through the karma. He's walling us off. Got him some guardian spirits. Everything getting sent in. Double raptors. Looking to get himself a big double surprise for Duel. Got him some fools to win with Serenity. Lightning Lasso does gonna be very, very short. Massive kicks out of the monk though. Hold on a second. Who's gonna win this board out of Duel? But ends up, I think, walking away from Sham. Sham does get a rune, and the guy needs a heal in cap. Try to see if we can boop him in, coax him in a little closer. Is going to be able to roll in with a blackout kick, that or a rising sun kick at the very, very end. Alistair charging up next. Duel, given an opportunity to get himself an honor duel. Alistair, what a nice guy, dude. What a nice boy. Duel, not given an opportunity to get all cooldowns, but at least he's able to get himself topped off and ready to go for the next duel. At least he doesn't have to be playing behind like that or anything. Alistair looking for a big grippy hand. Duel does get a backup out of there. Mages of the Dead surrounding the guy. Got himself full undead chasing after the man. Is eventually going to start taking damage from those things as soon as the mages get themselves a frostbolt on the guy. It is going to slow him quite a bit. Frostbolt finally connects. Took a second. Trying to see if he can just use mobility to avoid this entire army of the undeads. Was that just the Apocalypse version, or was that the full army and Apocalypse? I'm not even sure. Because Death Knights technically can now summon full armies if they wanted to. But I think that just might have been only Apocalypse. There goes the actual army. That's going to summon up a couple of ghouls. They're going to be stronger, but just going to be less of them, so it's not too crowded. This is going to be Monk trying to see if he can back up out of there. Taking a lot of damage from these pets. All these pets are adding quite a decent amount of damage. Stun onto the Fist of Fury. Got himself another Apocalypse. In cap to follow. Duel is surrounded. Got himself full Karma. This is where Alistair can maybe use, I don't know if he got AMS or anything, but all this Karma damage from the pets is going to go back to the Death Knight. Duel is eventually going to be able to start cracking through it. Maybe those defenses. Alistair having to back up out of there. AMS last second. Got himself Lichborn. Maybe could use that to heal himself. Not a lot of health available. Actually, just not a lot of health to work with whatsoever. Try to see if he can at least keep a slow one to Duel, but Duel just needs 1 or 2 more kicks and he'll have him down for the count. Just needs 1 more go. Blackout kick taking him out. I think might have got himself the proc from the Chiosatu. I'm just going to give him in a good, keep him in a good spot available. Baron, as well as Saya. Wait, why is Nigel hanging out here? You just want to hang out on this side of the arena? I'm cool with that. Tag going to be up next. Got himself full Invis Duel. At least could go picking up the eyes. Looks like he's going to get aggressive with it. If he can go for the hit and runs versus the mage, in cap him, roll in, get a bunch of damage. Mage breaks out. Make away for a second. Back away. Yep, there it goes. Hit and runs. He's either going to be out in the open, able to fight Tag, or just back it up away. He's either going to be in line of sight punching you, or he's going to be behind the pillar keeping it safe. If you can catch him with some slows, Ray of Frost doing quite a lot of damage. Try to see if you can go for a bit of healing. It is going to slow you down quite a bit though. You also do have the pet around the corner. Could go for that freeze as well if you have the line of sight over the monk though. He's trying to go for a blink. Tack does have himself a potentially big damage go. All the time available as well. Maybe can reposition versus Duel. Ring of Fire on one side, Ring of Frost on the other. Having to go through one on the next is going to take a bit of damage as a Water Jet is going to be out on him. Does go for the in-cap. Big kicks to follow. As Tack, I don't know if he's got himself all the time anymore. I guess that was gone into a full Frozen Orb. If you can keep him in Frozen Orb in the Blizzard, that's going to be quite a bit of damage. Karma, maybe Icebug does get super, super low. Having to go for a block as soon as possible. Man, that's rough. Tag though, at this point, I don't really know what you can do. Duel, I think, might have gotten you in a bit of a pincer maneuver all by himself. Got himself Invis. I don't even know how he escaped it. What an Invis. What a good, what is it, the greater Invis? Instant Invis. That is so good. As Duel going over to pick up eyes. This is where the mage sitting down for some food. At least able to recover quite a bit. Second block available, unless you already used 2. Hold on a second. Did you by chance use your Cold Snap before you blocked? It looks like your Cold Snap is in cooldown while block is also in cooldown. You might not have another immunity, friend, unless it's just bugging out, which it might just be bugging out. I'm not sure. But Duel, again, the hit and runs. Either he's behind the pillar, recovering, chilling, or remounting, or he's in front of your face, trying to see if he can get himself a better angle. Does go for the Invis, breath to follow, Poly right after, final attack. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say final attack, get himself a proper setup versus Duel. Not gonna happen. Just shrink it into in-cap immediately. Got himself a Saphira flying in. Tack taking a lot of damage though. Not in a great spot all the time, but he can't alter his fate. The man was already slated for the death. He's already had a grave part right next to the right outside of the where are we in? Tiger's Peak? in Tiger Speak. This is going to be Duel, given yet another opportunity for an honorable match, honorable duel versus Baron this time around. AMS up immediately as Baron goes in for a blind, summon up his entire army of the undeads. If he can grip Duel back up in the open or let the army of the undead surround the monk, he'll be in a great spot. He's just trying to see if he can avoid the Death Knight. But if you can just keep him next to the army, that's a lot of damage Duel is going to take. Look at the passive damage he's taken, trying to see if he can avoid everything as best as possible. Baron needs that line of sight to get a couple of those death goals and clone shadows around the corner. If you keep the pressure rolling in with those abilities, he'll be golden. He'll be just fine. As Duel trying to give himself as much time as he can. Actually, looking at his health, he didn't really take that much damage from that entire army of the undeads. Now could be an opportunity for him to have a proper go there. Does get himself caught up with the whirling dragon punch flying up in the air, but Baron was able to walk away from it. Does grip him back in for a rising sun kick. That's going to do a ton of damage. Baron not feeling all that good right now, though. Health-wise, he's doing kind of sort of modicum okay. Got himself clone shadows. If you can keep Duel out in the open and then claw him down, you'll be fine. Death back, perfect opportunity for Duel to roll in, but a stun stops him halfway through before he can really even, I guess, go rolling forward. I was about to say flying, but instead rolling. Karma with the dot doesn't let Baron recover at all. Duel recovered all this health. Look at this guy. He's just fine. One big kick and is down. I don't think it was even a kick. I think it was just a touch of death. Holy Saya, last one left over on Team 2. We are 6 minutes into the game, almost 7 minutes, and everybody so far has been given Duel an honorable match. Everybody on Team 2 is an honorable homie. Every single one of them. And Duel has taken the honorable reset and used it to his best effects just to get himself a victory after victory after victory. Question is though, does Saya have enough damage in order to be able to fight this hit and run playstyles? Duel got almost everything back up. He doesn't have Zawen or Karma, but he still might be able to work with this here. Got plenty of mobility, but being down on a few cooldowns might make it a little harder for him to be the best Saya. Does get hit with a Searing Glare. Fist of Fury finally breaks out of it. Hand of Freedom to try to see if he can stay away from the monk as he does roll back at you. Got himself dampen harm in order to reduce some of the damage. Take a stun. Trinkets out of him immediately. Just takes the fist, Shield of Vengeance to the face. Doesn't even care about it. Just try to stay on you as much as he can. Does the most amount of damage out of the monk and goes in for a bit of a retreat. As soon as Saya is low, Duel is also low. Needs to find a way to get the bubble out of Saya. Bubble immediately has a Karma. If you could just live, you can always Karma back. Regenerating? Perfect. This is great for Duel. He needs himself a little bit of survivability. Karma is going to be huge though. In cap, you might want to Karma early. Karma, totally say I cannot respond. Cannot bop. Actually, might take a lot of damage, take a lot of pressure. Wall is the only thing that's available for him. Duel using this pressure right now to just keep on him as best as possible. That's going to be a stun. Maybe turn around. Saya trying to... Oh, no! Not happening. Big rising sun kick for this man. Just out of left field. A full clean sweep for Duel. My goodness. Maybe you guys, I know you want to be honorable, but if you want to choose not to give Duel an honor, just to make sure this man goes down, I appreciate you guys being honorable. Though it's not a necessity. You don't actually have to be honorable in 5v5 Duels. I love seeing it, but man, Duel was given an opportunity. He took it. Clean sweep. Well done.